We are recording. Okay.
And thanks.
Sorry, Amy, that was the best part. You missed the best part. That was the motivating part. I'd reeled them all in. Sorry. We'll have to do that part over again. So anyway, for Amy's sake, and just to recap, you know, with this business, it's not always easy. It does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of effort. You're going to hear the word no. There's ups, there's downs, but honestly, it's worth it. When you start seeing people that you're talking with and they start hitting personal goals, health goals, financial goals, you start seeing personal growth in people that you're working with on a regular basis. And it makes all the no's worth it. Like seriously, with this business, we have the opportunity to change people's lives. We have the opportunity to change people's mindset. We have the opportunity to change their health. And it's just worth it. This is a lot of fun. It's an amazing business. And that's coming from the recovering skeptic of network marketing. So, you know, I don't think I'd want to do anything else other than this. It just gives me such joy. It's just a lot of fun to be a part of, to have this amount of impact on people. So according to you guys, you have all your goals written down, right? Any questions first before I move on about any of that? Any questions about the ups, the downs, the business side, anything like that? No? Okay. Okay. So as far as the goals go, how about you tell me what your goal is? What's your goal for June?
I'll start
Okay.
just to break the ice for everybody else.
Perfect.
All right. So my goal is to hit Ruby. Amy and Amanda's goal for me is to pass that and go senior Ruby. So, because that's what they do to me. So, yeah, and then I want Victoria to hit gold. I want Denise to hit gold. Carrie's going to go super silver, if not gold. Danielle's going to add 6, or Danny. And then I've got a couple other people underneath me who aren't on the call right now that have goals that I'm going to work to have them hit as well.
Okay. I'm just writing these down. And Carrie was senior silver?
Super silver, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So let's talk about that real quick. I want to just break this down real fast. Let's look at Sarah's goal as far as going Ruby. Okay. So it takes, and I don't know how familiar you guys are. You guys really familiar with the compensation plan and anything like that? Okay. So let's look at here. I'm going to do something real quick. Carrie Storm. Who added people last month? How many of you added people? Denise? Victoria?
And Carrie.
And Carrie? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Danielle just started and she added her first today.
Nice. So five to go to get your goal, right? See?
That's right.
Perfect. Well, let's use Danny then, since it's fresh. We had the first ambassador right off the bat. So congratulations, by the way. And here's the thing. So as far as the goal goes, you have 5 left. You need 5 people to hit your goal for the month. And a lot of times I think we focus on, okay, I need 5 people. So we have in our mind 5. When really you probably need to have, and everybody's a little bit different, but you shouldn't really focus on the 5. You should focus on how many people you're going to have to really reach out to get the 5. And I think it's a place where people, because they'll reach out to 5 people, not saying you would do this, but they'll reach out to 5 expecting to get your people, and then it's like, man, I didn't get anybody. Well, it's because we're focusing on the wrong number. The amount of ambassadors that we sign that's really not the important thing. The important thing is how many people are we reaching out to? you reach out to the right number of people, you'll get your 5. It's all really, I mean, and everybody, like I said, everybody's different. How many is that? Do you get 10 out of every 100? Do you get 1 out of every 100? I don't know. It's something we need to be paying attention to, though. Because once you start figuring out the numbers of everything, then it's just a matter of basic math. It's just a matter of, okay, I need 5 more. Okay, I'm going to go reach out to 50. No big deal. So for you, Danny, I would expect that you would need to reach out to at least 50 people. And I mean, but let me just throw in a but. There's always a but, right? So you're brand new. So a lot of times when you're brand new, your averages are way higher. So you may not need to reach out to 50. You might be able to reach out to 10 since you're brand new. Maybe your best friend, maybe your coworkers, your family, your neighbors, whoever, and they may just say, you know what, I'm jumping on. So you may not have to reach out to 50, but I like to focus on the amount of reach outs it takes to get the amount of ambassadors you want. Does that make sense? So I would just be making your list, if you haven't made a list already, of the people you're going to contact with, the people that you are already in relationship with, because this business is about relationships. Cold messages is part of it, all that stuff, but I think that it comes down to relationships. And when you're first starting out, you need to be talking to, like I said, your best friends, your family, your coworkers, the ones you're closest to and already in relationship with, and be sharing this with them. So again, for example, let's look at Sarah's. I just want to break this down because I think the numbers are extremely important to look at. So Sarah ended with 305 points in May, right? Okay, so if her goal is Ruby, the rank of Ruby, that would mean she needs to get to 500 points to hit the rank of Ruby. That's 195 points she needs, okay? So break that down, how many points, and I don't want to lose everybody here real fast, but again, I just want to point out how many people it takes to talk to get new ambassadors. It usually takes a lot of people. So do you have any level? What's your lowest level of ambassador you have on your team, Sarah? A level 3? So all of her people would be worth, all the new ambassadors would be worth 5 points, right? So 195 points is what you need, divided by 5. That's 39 new ambassadors. Now to get to 39 new ambassadors, since she has people working under her, her whole organization would probably have to be reaching out to 300, maybe 400. I just think it's really important to pay attention to that, because I think we don't realize how much it may take. It may not take that much, but it could take that much. The cool thing about when you have an organization working with you, where you're all working and pulling the sled together, is you don't have to reach out all those 300 times. It's collectively. It's like the whole organization reaching out together. And I think it's really important to see that. So she's got Ruby in the bag. I'm calling it right now. She's ranking Ruby this month. She's going past, so she doesn't get in trouble with Amy. Amy, you'll be listening to this later tonight. So does that make sense on how to kind of map out maybe a rank up, or map out how many points you need? Does that make sense? Any questions about that at all? Because I think it's, again, I think sometimes we look how big the points are, and I don't know, I just think the numbers are really important to look at. No questions about that? Okay, points count in the same month now, so awesome. Yes, so yes, it's huge. So for the welcome packs, you get points now, and we never used to get points for welcome packs. You always had to wait till the next month when your subscription went through. So that's a really big deal. That's very, very helpful. So Any other questions? I want to hear from somebody. Come on. I feel like I'm just talking to myself in the mirror. Somebody have something to say or a question to ask?
I'll ask a question. So I know most of our team, and I think even on one team, most people had not re-ranked or hit their highest rank again in almost this whole entire past year. How do you get through those times? How do you dig yourself out? How do you get through the mundane and the no's to get to where you are now, where you hit Sapphire and you guys got to be a double diamond or triple diamond team?
That's a good question. You know, last year I was Sapphire. I hit Sapphire last year, early last year, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, like early last year sometime. I don't know. I can go back and look if you want documentation, but trust me. It was like last year sometime. And I had never lost rank, like ever, not even one time in 4.5 years. I flew all the way to Senior Ruby. I went to Senior Ruby fast, like in less than a year. And then I stayed at Senior Ruby for like 2 years. And so this is my perspective, and maybe others have a different perspective, and that's great. But my perspective is I didn't have the tools that I needed to lead as an emerald or a jewel. I had a lot of lessons that I needed to learn before I could promote. So that's the way I look at that. I had a lot of things to overcome. I had scarcity mindset. Like, I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with success. Like, it just wasn't around my life. And so when I was faced with success or faced with maybe more money, I really had to battle some things in my mind, like worthiness, fear, several different things. And I think that that's one thing that this business does, is it exposes us. It exposes our fear. It exposes our fear of asking questions. It exposes our fear of public speaking. It exposes our fear of having a conversation with someone. It exposes our fear of hearing no. It exposes our fear of, you name it. I mean, it's just, once you accomplish one, the next one's just a little bit bigger that you need to overcome, from my experience. So, but as far as losing rank and then coming back, I think that's important. I think that I have more respect for people who hit a rank twice than I do for people that hit it once. Same way with anybody. I have respect for those who come back and come back stronger. Whatever, I'm just going to say it because I don't really care, but so Donald Trump, for example, I'm reading a book by him. He was a success, lost it all, and then got it again. Like those stories, Tiger Woods, he had it all, he lost it, he came back, he got it again last year. Like those sorts of things, those sorts of stories really inspire me. And those are realistic stories that can teach us lessons. I think that Plexus is no different. Just because you lose a rank, or just because you go down 1 month or 2 months or 6 months, doesn't mean anything about you as a person. There's ups and downs in this business, just like there's ups and downs in life. And we can learn from all those ups and downs and get better. And I just think that Plexus is no different. A lot of times we attach our identity to our successes and our failures. And I think that we shouldn't do that because those things can change overnight. But who we are as people doesn't. So for me personally, I have a huge goal set for Diamond, and I have a reason why I want to be a Diamond. But my identity and who I am as a person is not wrapped up in a rank, right? And so I think that we have to have the right perspective about those things. Anyway, real quick about losing rank. Last year, I had made it all the way to Sapphire. I had never lost rank. And then I think I did 2 calls in a row and was like, I've never lost rank. And then the next month I lost rank. So be careful what you say, because, you know, it's like pride comes before the fall, right? So then I lost rank, and I'm like, whoa, that stings. And it took several months. It took up until for about 3 months, I think I went without being ranking as a sapphire. And then you just have to go back to the drawing board. I think that you have to ask yourself honest questions. Is there something, because a lot of times what we want to do is blame whatever. We blame coronavirus, we blame the team, we blame our upline, we blame everybody else. But I think the important thing is to look in the mirror and take inventory of maybe what we've done right, what we're doing right, what we've done wrong, what we're doing wrong, and make the proper adjustments. But I think that's really my perspective on losing rank and coming back. I think it's no different than coming back in any area of life. I think it's, you learn your lessons and you just keep moving forward. So that's my perspective on that. So who else? Anybody else? Does anybody, any of the newer ones, any of you have your list of people that you are going to reach out to? Do you have a list made out of the people you want to reach out to?
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Perfect.
I wanted them to hit their goals, and then I was going to work with them on the rest of it, or set their goals, I should say, not hit them yet. But there's been so many new people that all want to do it, and I did one little lesson last month, but now so many new ones are there. So I'm like, oh gosh, now we need to do another one. So, and there's so many Zooms, and because everyone is learning from home right now, that we're all like zoomed out because of school and work, and like it's been tough. So I have my list of things to do with them next, but
sure. Did you look like you were going to say something? No? Okay, perfect. Well, but Sarah's going to go over that stuff with you guys on light of making a list. And one thing I would encourage you to do is always have a list and of people. And when somebody comes to mind, like, here's the thing. Before Plexus, we were praying for products to help my wife get back to normal. Like, she was really struggling with her health. And because of that, we were struggling as a family. It affected everything. And at the same time, we were praying for a job opportunity for me to be home with my family more. I was, at the time, 5 years ago, how many kids ago was that? I don't know. We had a bunch of kids, and most of them were boys. So I just wanted to be home with them. I've always wanted to be a dad. I think that, and I've always wanted to be a good dad. You can ask them how I'm doing. Some days are better than others, probably. But the thing is that I was praying for an opportunity to be home with my family more, and we were both praying for an opportunity for Megan to get well. And we didn't even know about Plexus. It wasn't until someone shared it with us, and it's changed our whole life. So I say that because there's people in your network that are struggling. There's people in your network that, and a lot of us struggle in silence. We don't share our struggles. It's just usually not Facebook worthy, right? It's not the perfect life we want everybody to see, but people in your network need what you have your hands on. Like, people in your network don't feel good, and people in your network, especially now, are considering an additional stream of income. Maybe for the first time in their adult life. There's just so many things changing quickly in our culture, in our country, that people are open to things, and people are hoping and praying and wishing for something to help in that. So, and you have it with Plexus, because like I said, we address health issues, we address financial concerns with the business opportunity we have. So when somebody comes to mind, like if you're just sitting there and some friend or somebody that maybe even someone you haven't talked to for a long time comes to mind, write their name down and reach out, because I'm convinced that those things don't just happen for just out of chance or for no reason. Like someone comes to mind, there's a reason why they're on your mind, and you have something that can help. So make sure you write them down and contact them. You can't just write them down. You have to actually write them down and reach out. So writing them down is easy, but you have to reach out and have a conversation with them. Another thing too, especially for Denise and Danny, when I talk to people, I just signed a guy yesterday morning, and he's been following me for 2 years. So it's not like I just got on and he joined. I mean, for him, it was a longer process. That's not all the people I sign up, but it may take time. So you just have to be consistent. I didn't know he was following me for 2 years. I've never met him. We were part of one of the same groups, and I don't know, the timing was right. He was ready, and he just reached out. It's like, okay, I'm ready to sign up. Let's get it going. I'm like, okay. So why did I mention that? I had something really awesome to say, and I just totally lost it. See, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be special, right? So why did I say that? Man, that was going to be a good one. That'll pretty well do it, guys. I'm just going to hang up. I think that's it. Meeting's over. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay, I've got you on your edge of your seat. Now you're ready. So Denise and Danny especially, and maybe for everybody, all of us could hear this. When I talk to somebody on the phone or on Facebook or something, I'm never looking for a person I'm never looking to close them or getting them to sign up. I'm just looking, like I never expect to recruit somebody when I talk to them. I just expect to reach out. I expect to form a relationship with them. Because of that approach, I never feel, I talk to them just like I'm talking to you guys. I feel completely comfortable talking to you guys. I have no agenda talking to you guys. I have no pressure talking to you guys. And when I talk to people about Plexus, I just don't have any pressure. I've taken that pressure completely off of myself because I'm not coming at them desperate. Like, hey man, you gotta sign. I'm just like a weirdo. Like, don't do that. Like, just seriously talk to people. And people appreciate good conversation. And that's just something I've learned over time. That at first I was this strange, like annoying Plexus guy. And just over time I've learned, okay, that doesn't work. It scares people. And, I never look, like I said, I never look to recruit people when I talk to them. I just talking to people. Because if they say no, it doesn't change my story. It doesn't change my thoughts of Plexus. It doesn't change what it's done to our family's health. It doesn't change where we are financially because of Plexus. It doesn't change the impact we're having on people. So I just don't take it personally. And I have a pretty relaxed approach when I talk to people. Plus, when you're reaching out to people, they can sense desperation. Like, have you guys ever got a call or a message from somebody? It's like you can smell it. It's really strange. I don't know how it works, but so just don't be one of those guys. We just know that when you're reaching out to somebody, just remind yourself that what we have changes people's lives for the better. And when you reach out to people knowing that, with that knowledge, you can reach out with like confidence. You can reach out with authority. You don't have to have a sales pitch. You don't have to have, reading off of a script. I did a call for Plexus not too long ago, and they wanted to know what my script was. And I'm like, I don't Like, I don't do that. I just don't do scripts. Some people do, and they do really well. It's just not really my approach. I just love people, and I know what we have has helped us, and I know it can help others. So that's why I keep reaching out. So those are some reach out tips that I have for you. One other thing, and this would be a scary thing because it's always good to challenge yourself. When you're thinking of your list of people to reach out to, somebody's going to come to mind that just scares you to death about reaching out to. They'll be on your mind, but you just are going to like freeze when you think about reaching out to them. Reach out to them right away. Reach out to them right away. Because again, they're on your mind for a reason, and that's something to overcome, is reaching out to the scary people, right? Megan, my wife, is a diamond. I don't know how many points she has a month, about 9,000 points a month or something like that. And her cousin was afraid to reach out to her in a timely manner, and Megan signed up with Carrie Netherton. So let that be a lesson. The next Megan may be on your mind, and don't be afraid to reach out to them. A lot of people are waiting for you to reach out to them. So, any questions about that at all, about reach outs or anything? No? Okay. Well, what else? What else you guys got? Anything at all? Come on, Denise. I know you got a question. I know it. No?
Well, I don't really have a question, but I'm sort of feeling like the crazy Facebook person posting all the time.
Oh, no, you're good. So like when you put, if you had a storefront and you turned your sign on, or you have an advertisement in the window, that's all you're doing right now on Facebook. You're just advertising. You're just telling people that your store's open.
Yeah.
You're not crazy. That could be a post. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I just really like Plexus, and I want you to like it too. No. Yeah. When we first started sharing, we got some negative feedback from family members, and we just we considered what they had to say and make sure we were in the right, and we thought we were, so we just kept sharing. And again, that was 5 years ago, and still to this day though, we just don't talk about Plexus with those family members. I don't know why. It's just odd, but I don't want negativity like that on my team anyway. So they can join somebody else's team. Maybe you could reach out. No, don't reach out to them, because then I still have to talk to them. So, but no, it's just, no, you're definitely not the crazy Plexus lady for sure. So keep posting. I'll tell you one thing, Denise, here's a quick story. I had a lady that, she was my level 1. I had signed her up. I worked with her. And one of her friends, she quit posting. She's like, okay, I'm done. And then one of her best friends messaged me and said, hey, is Alicia still in Plexus? And I said, yeah, why? She said, well, she hasn't posted in a long time, and I just noticed that she hasn't been posting. And this is a non-Plexus person. So people are watching. Even if you're not getting feedback on your posts, even if you're not getting positive feedback on your posts, people are paying attention. And what they're looking for is I don't know if not integrity, but they're looking for something real. There's a lot of things, because there's a lot of things on social media that comes and it goes. Even in this type of business, there's been several since I started Plexus that have popped up real fast, and then the company's gone. So people are just wanting to make sure that this isn't some fad. This isn't some thing that's going to blow over in a month. They're wanting to make sure that you are serious about it. And I know I've had people contact me before and they said, "You really believe in this stuff, don't you?" I said, "Yeah." Like, okay, I'm in. See, they're looking for something real. And so you have to keep posting about that. What else we got? Anything? Any other questions? Danny, you have anything? No? What time is it? 7:41. We have a little bit of time. Are you guys familiar with anything else you want to cover specifically? Sarah or Amanda, you guys thinking?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything that we had talked about. And when I asked the girls ahead of time if they had any specific questions, I think everything is still just coming at them. Like Amy uses that phrase, like drinking out of a water, fire hose.
Right.
So I think they're just kind of like sponges right now, taking it all in. And like, because one girl actually just messaged me back. Because I asked her what her goal was for this month, because she hit silver last month. She goes, "I don't know, I'm still trying to learn." So I think they're just still because they're all so new at it. I mean, Denise knows the products a little more because she's been doing it longer, but the sharing part and like,
Sure.
the recruiting and reaching out, that part is new to her. But, the rest of them still some I don't even know if they have their products yet.
Perfect.
Have you plugged them into the back office or let them know where the back office section is where they can do like the rank up roadmap or get any IPA sheets? I'm wondering if just getting them started with that basic, just write down a few names and pick 3 each day just to start, or 10 each day, or what have you. Just the basic. Yep. I know you've plugged them into all like the endless posts and yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, perfect. Well, I think that's about it. I don't want to give you too much. I don't want to make too many mistakes on this call. You'll start to have a bad opinion of me. But anyway, I don't know if there's nothing else or you don't have any questions, then that's about all I got. So have fun with this thing, because seriously, it is a lot of fun, and you can build some amazing relationships. You can really help people, and that's when it gets even more fun, is when you start seeing the kind of the fruit of your labor, and you start getting the testimonies back from people, and people saying thank you for sharing with me. It's really worth it. This is a lot of fun. So have fun with it. Cool.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Guys, have a great time. Feel free to reach out at any time. I'll send this to Amy. Hey, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.